How are you, gents? It's SBG down here on Beach Road in Pattaya, and I'm just looking up toward the Soi 6 area, but at the moment I'm around Soi 9, Soi 10. That's the 43-story Hilton Hotel, and apparently there's a really groovy cocktail bar on the 43rd floor, but I've never been up there. And obviously at the moment I'm not drinking much alcohol, but I still might go up there and just buy a non-alcoholic beverage and enjoy the view. Apparently at night time it's very spectacular. This is the new beach in Pattaya. Well, it's been around since November 2018 anyway, and I really don't like this beach that much. I like the old natural beach that came right up to Beach Road. The water came right up to the boardwalk, and it was a lot better. It was just in its natural state, and don't really like this new beach. Another thing I don't like is that there are many speedboats out in the Gulf here, looking out toward Koh Larn. They've always been there, but I've never been out on one. Apparently they're a bit of a rip-off, so don't use them. And just looking up toward Beach Road now. Still got all the beautiful trees lining the road, always like that. It's always very pleasant to go for a walk along there at about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning before it gets too hot. In fact, today it's not too bad. It's very low humidity, about 27, 28 degrees C centigrade. And last time I was here it was hot as hell. It was really terrible. This is a lot different to an Australian beach because have all the deck chairs everywhere and umbrellas. Another thing I really don't like, I think it's just visual pollution, but it's alright, just people making a living. But still very nice to come down here. You can go out to some of the islands out in the distance. It's a bit hazy out there, so it might be a bit hard to see. And got the PBG, the Pattaya Beer Garden, up in the distance. Always good for a feed there. You can get some very high quality meals in that place. And yeah, still quite early, about 10 o'clock, and it's fairly busy. Seems to be a lot of European tourists here at the moment. Not so many Koreans and Chinese. Obviously the coronavirus has put a stop to that. And when I flew into Bangkok last night, at immigration it was not very busy, there were no queues. Same when I left Brisbane, it was very, very quiet. And the flights from China with China Southern Airlines and Shenzhen Airlines have all been cancelled. So there's nothing coming in or out, and none from Wuhan obviously either. So just panning back around, looking up toward Chomtian area. Got the Pattaya sign up there in the distance. So usually don't come down here that often. Since the new beach has been done, I haven't been here. This beach has been washed away twice. It was washed away in April 2019, last year, and a few months later. And you might see some guys working there. They're doing new stormwater drains to try and alleviate the flooding, because in April last year there was a lot of flooding around Soi Buakhao and Soi Chayapun, a lot of the side Sois, Soi 7, 8 and 10, 12, and just a cascade of water came rushing down the hill and washed all this sand away. You can see just here, like millions of tons of sand, and they've replaced the whole lot. And it'll probably happen again in a few months, then they're going to have to replace the whole lot again. And if it had just been left the way it was, I don't think that would be happening, but that's what's going on here anyway. That's about all for now, gents. Hope you like the video as usual, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.